but
Still got to look at both sides.
Yeah, it was egregious by Tatum and Brown. But hold on, welcome back to Uncommon Commentators. It's Jay, Jonah, and Zoe. We're back, episode 12, and we're fresh off Harden going ballistic on the Celtics, but egregious performance by Tatum and Brown down the stretch. They had like 2 points, bro. 4 maybe.
Is Tatum just not clutch? Unfortunately, like, is he just not clutch?
His numbers don't look the best.
My God,
especially like 3-point shooting numbers. I saw one. Someone put a tweet out a couple weeks ago. Hey, Boston was not looking good on that sheet, and Tatum was at the bottom of Boston. So,
let me tell you something. You know who's happy right now? Devin Booker fans. Devin Booker fans are happy as shit right now because Tatum fans and Booker fans, they always clashing on Twitter, but
the comparative stuff with players is just
I'm not even gonna compare those. No. It's just two different.
That's
it's frustrating.
People, I would never even thought about comparing, but oh well. But I'm not gonna take away from
the fans.
But Harden is at this point now. Guess what? If you can just really rest Embiid now, and then he plays, if he can play, if he's straight, they stole one without this man playing.
Yeah, they
let's
stole
say,
one.
Like worst case, let's say Embiid is out game 2 and game 3. They can still win game 4. It's a 2-2 series.
They really could. I didn't realize that this season the 76ers were better. Not better, but they won without Embiid still. I didn't see that till just after the game.
They always was winning without him. That was the thing, but no one thought it was going to happen in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Not game 1.
No. You know the thing about Boston? The Celtics play these playoff games like they don't take the rest of the East seriously.
They have some unserious moments, and it's so frustrating because their team is so damn good.
Yes.
But they have these moments where it's just annoying to watch because they're like, they should be walking into the finals right now.
Easy.
They should be. They should never have
players.
Go ahead, my fault. Go ahead.
You still got like Marcus Smart. He can shoot you out of game.
Yeah.
Personally, I still think that they got some characters. Grant Williams. He might talk, but then he might go 2 for 7, 5 points.
Iffy as hell.
He's barely even seen the floor. They're playing Sam Hauser over him just because you take spacing over. Yeah.
I don't know what's Boston's problem. They went, 6 games with the Hawks? That was unnecessary to do that. Very unnecessary.
And we thought it was over when DeJounte got the suspension too.
I'm like, there's no way they're going back
without him.
Right. I'm like, there's no way they're going back to Atlanta. There's no way. They're going to close this out. And then they struggled in game 6. That wasn't like a blowout in game 6. They still had to fight to the end. So it's
to
really
be honest, I didn't
frustrating.
even catch that one. I expected Boston to handle business. They just took their time.
They did.
It just kept lingering, and if you were busy and you put your time into other games, I don't blame you.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. I don't blame you at all for not paying attention.
Jeff
to that.
Green with another monster dunk in his old ass career. Shout out.
Shout out Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff.
If I got an 8-inch vertical when I'm his age, I'll be happy. And this guy's out here.
And he's still damn. He's still jumping out the gym though.
Oh,
so, man, I don't know, man. This is no one expected. This is why you play the game. Like Jonah said, this is why you play the goddamn games, because
I hate to be like, oh, this is a guaranteed win. No such thing as a guaranteed win, but you still have to come out, and obviously they were game planning for both situations because that's just the nature of the series, and they have the players to adjust to either or. You have, Horford's getting up there, but he's still serviceable. He can hit his threes, and then you have Robert Williams, and if they don't have Embiid, you just run your guys like Brogdon, Derek White a little bit more, and give them more burn. Like, you can rotate that pretty easily, and they're good players. So,
man,
they fumbled this one.
Yes, because you're supposed to sweep these boys at home. You're supposed to handle business,
especially with Embiid out. You need to go out there,
especially with Embiid out, and you let Harden cook
like you said,
y'all.
Credit to Harden. But
Harden, absolutely. Legendary night. But the Celtics, very unserious. And let's say they get past this round, right? You can't be very unserious against the Knicks or the Heat. Like,
no,
they're gonna steal more than one.
Yeah, to be honest, it was starting to feel like the Celtics would kind of cakewalk through the rest. I didn't see them having a tough matchup with New York or Miami, to be honest. But after this night they had, and thinking about that little lull they had at the end of the season, dropping a few games,
the All-Star, post All-Star game, Celtics were a lot shakier than the first half.
It was a different team. So.
Yeah, it definitely was. They were so different that Tatum just dropped out of MVP talks. Like, it was like, it was like, don't even consider him no more. Like, it was like,
we came out on the pod and we're like, yeah, he's for sure a superstar. And then he wanted to go and make us look dumb instantly. I don't know. We
tried to praise him and then he just went left on our ass, man. So
it is crazy how players can. He still had 30 plus tonight. You can still look at his game and be like, we wanted more from him. That'll put you in an upper echelon of players, but man, doing it when it happens matters so much. I mean, it's the same thing with teams. There's some teams that do really well to close games, and that's why they're good.
Yes. Like, we're going to talk about the other two people I was going to say, but it's just, the Celtics have felt different ever since, like, it's never good. It's that y'all trying to win a championship and the second best player on your team is in the media talking about a damn contract. That right there, we should have knew then something was not right. Like, this shouldn't even be a topic. You should be playing that shit to the left. You shouldn't even
Everybody should entertaining. Be happy.
Yeah, you shouldn't even be entertaining that shit. But he was entertaining that shit. Like, he was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was nuts. That's nuts. So it's like, we should have knew then something may not be clicking. Because they don't be looking, even when they do win these games, they don't look spectacular.
Cohesive.
Yeah, it don't look like that.
Yeah, because you know what? They still got that star power like you're talking about. Tatum and Brown, they're going to get their points. The role players are potentially starters. Talking about Brogdon. You know, they got enough players to keep winning, and maybe that's what we see. And then when it comes down to this crunch time, playoffs, it's going to get a little tough for them. But I still think they'll step up.
I still think they're going to win this series. It's just like, they have too many lulls to be trying to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have too many lulls and you make it to the finals, but you have too many lulls in the finals against a team with a Curry, a team with a Bron. You're not going to win that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to recover from that. So it's like, they might can get through these lulls against these last three teams in the East, but that shit ain't going to fly to win. I can't see that shit happening. And they better be lucky to even get out of this doing this shit if they do. Because they still got people playing these games.
Looking at the stat sheet.
can be on rest if he's not really hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Looking at the stat sheet with Boston is even more funny because it's like they scored in the 86th percentile for points per possession. So they're putting the ball in the basket. And you're like, hey, if I told you before the game Boston was going to be scored in the top percentile of points per possession, you'd think they'd come away with a win. No, Philly was in the 94th. And Philly made 17 threes, where Boston made 9. So, I mean, Boston was doing layup lines for a while there. In the first half, they were 15 of 15 at the rim.
Yeah.
They finished 22-26.
So, I was like, damn, when you start looking at them stats, it looks like there should be a little blowout. But 76ers, man, they were playing hard. Hey, shout out to J. Cole, too. He finally showed up for a game.
He's so damn confusing because
so damn confusing.
You're breaking there's one possession where they had it left wing. They switched Derek White onto Tobias, and he did 10 dribbles backing him down. It's right into the help, and then he shoots a fader. It's just, and then he comes back and hits a 3 from the top of the arc.
He got game. He got game. He just confusing as hell. So. That's all I take from that. I want to know how it was egregious to have Al Horford on James Harden at the end. on the end of the game on that jumper.
Hey, Al still did that was probably one of Al's better contests of the game on Harden.
That was a good contest, but that's still like, come on, man.
You could have told Horford, Harden's putting this ball up, and I'm still thinking Harden's putting that in. Like,
oh yeah. Tonight was just one of those nights. It didn't matter who was going to be guarding Harden in that moment, that he was going to knock that shit down. It's just, that's why we love this motherfucking sport, because we just never know in the goddamn playoffs what's about to happen. We just never fucking know. And
it shows how, like, even if Tobias is just a catch and shoot guy, if Maxi's a pass away and they play up on the screen on Harden, he can just kick to Maxi, and Maxi's going off the, like, that one catch and shoot he had off a kickout that he got an and one on. He was at the rim in like
he's gone.
Half a second.
Mm-hmm.
He's gone, man.
It's gonna be interesting to see if Boston tries to change up some defense on the ball, if Harden's gonna stay on this, because they had good defenders out there, but their screen navigation still looked rough.
Does Harden even got it in him to do it back-to-back games like this?
Nah, playoff Harden, who knows? I don't want to count him out, but
he's tricky now. He's definitely tricky now.
He is tricky.
It's tough. He's because he might go for like 24 and 14, and like that's still gonna be a crazy game in the playoffs.
I'm glad to see like these all-timers putting up these performances. Like we had Brian with the 2020 with the rebounds. We had like that's nuts.
2020 game.
Right. We
bumped that average. It was like 13 rebounds a game.
We didn't know how to react to that one.
Yeah, like we had Curry last night. We had Jimmy a few times. Wait, is Jimmy an all-timer?
A playoff in terms of playoff performance?
I was just saying in all-timer, like this all-time greats, but he definitely for playoff performances, he's definitely an all-timer for playoffs.
I think it's hard to gauge him right now, but once I think he's out of the league for 10 years and we look back, it'll be a lot easier to tell with him.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him an all-timer for playoffs. So I'm
that like against the Bucks, that defense with those players they had, doing that. That efficiency is crazy for anyone. Let it go against like an 8 seed or something.
He's not a deep ball shooter either. So it's like he's getting buckets. Like he's giving him that work. So, but we had a couple from him. Who else had those are all timers pretty much. But I say all to say, like it's been exciting to see this shit. Like every night is something.
You got to tune in every night because your team could win at this point. Like
it's like, of course, like people gonna talk their shit on there on the internet, but all you can do is just wait and see. Like no one knows. We're gonna talk our shit.
Yeah, that's all you
we're gonna say how we feel. As long as you don't get disrespectful, that's when I just start like muting. I'm really.
Unless you're riding with your takes like too much, like it's fun to make our series predictions. It's fun to look at, but like. Come the end of the series, I don't care if I'm wrong on every pick. I'm looking back and figuring out why it happened. That's the fun part.
It's done. Yeah, you guys were talking about the fans jumping on. I think it was yesterday after the games. I was like, I'm not even trying to go on Twitter and hear all that mess. Just that land just left, right.
Last night, Twitter was just like bonkers about. Before I segue into that. I don't think if nobody knows, who'd y'all pick for this Celtics and Sixers series? What would y'all pick?
I was Celtics in 6.
I think I was too.
Man, I said 5. That's what I
mean, we all still got a chance. I did say 3. I said Celtics in 3. As soon as he was out, hey, I'll walk it back.
And my man said,
hey, people, sometimes we're wrong. And
he gave us like 5 exclamation points too when he said it.
Hey, whoa.
All right, but I'm gonna just segue. I'm gonna go right to yesterday with Wardell against the Kings. The man was Wardell dropping 50 on them boys. I had said that it was curtains for them, but yeah, they did it. Curry did this thing. That's for sure. He did his thing.
Man, last minute, I had a change of heart, and I was like, yo, I just think the Kings gonna pull this shit out. I'm glad I was wrong, because I did pick the Warriors, but going into it, Game 7 at home.
What's the name? He picked the wrong time to have a terrible game. But I'm gonna get right into it. Yeah, he picked the wrong time. But I'm gonna get right into it. Look, if the Kings want to like be better next year, they gotta find a sucker to take Sabonis, and it's time to get HB up out of there. They need a better wing. It showed in them in these like games, like you don't have nobody like Harrison Barnes. It's time to upgrade from him, and Sabonis. A lot of people saying it was like a matchup thing, but I don't know. I think
know. I've been really in between on this one.
Yeah,
because I don't want to like. Obviously, the Warriors is a tough situation for anyone. Yeah. They were guarding him just differently. They had a great matchups with him, and didn't let him get easy buckets and just sagged off when he had the ball in the mid range.
Sagging off was crazy. You got to be able to knock that shot down.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. That's the thing. Like the offense is hard for him to be. It's hard for him to be on this team. You're on a team that you can't shoot, and you're on a team that's running and gunning and shooting. When Lyles is out there, that offense is like butter. That shit is moving.
It's clicking.
It's clicking, and he's knocking that shit down.
I hate plus minus as a stat.
Go ahead.
Hate plus minus as a stat, but Trey Lyles on offsets and stuff were really damn good.
I'd imagine because every time he was on that court, man, he was getting busy.
If you would have told me Trey Lyles was going to have positive plus minus in a meaningful playoff game one day, like
in a series
ago.
In a series, that's nuts.
I'm not
even like if you told me he'd be a solid role player on a 3-seeded team, I wouldn't believe you either.
No,
because on the Pistons last year, he was just not
like This is just I won't be as like 100% on Sabonis. Maybe they can work on something, but Harrison Barnes, I'm 100% on that.
He's a free agent, so
he got. Yeah, sorry, you go get your check somewhere else. They got to upgrade. I don't know who they're gonna get or who would be a good fit for them or who's even a free agent. That's y'all lane. Y'all know free agents in 3 years from now. Y'all know free agents who's in each class.
The thing about them is
I don't even know who will be a free agent, but they need somebody. But they need somebody badly for over there on the wing, badly.
And their team is in the situation where kind of like. When you have those specific offenses and a specific scheme, you can kind of find some under the radar players, which I think if they could find some guys for some really cheap deals, it could help a lot. But I mean, the issues we're looking at, people are trying to shit on the Kings for like losing to the Warriors and stuff in the Sabonis trade. I'm like, if they didn't trade for Sabonis, they wouldn't be in this situation.
They're nowhere close.
Sabonis was doing, he fit, They found a way to get the offense to work around him more with the Mike Brown scheme and maximize him. So it's a good issue to have for a team. I mean, regardless, they took the defending champs to 7 and they made the playoffs. That's a small victory, but I'm still really interested to see like what they go to this offseason and what they bring in, like rim protection, perimeter defense, either or. I think a rim protector is more important personally, but just a big body.
Like you said, they're in a good position. They got enough pieces that they can move. Sabonis is still going to be attracted to somebody somewhere.
Yeah, if they want to go that route, for sure. Yeah,
they want to go that route. But
I think he's in the last year of his deal next year, so
it could be like y'all said. It could be a damn like a matchup thing. It's the Warriors, like
the Draymond matchup.
That matchup is hard against the Warriors. If your big can't shoot, like when Looney's not on the court and they go to that different. If your big can't shoot, you fucked against the Warriors.
Shout out to Looney.
Yeah, Looney.
I love Looney.
I love Looney. I'm calling Looney Kevin Russell because he Bill Russell out there with the rebounds now.
The Loon Dog.
That's Kevon Russell, boy.
What do they call him?
He wanted that shit badly, so shout out to them.
20 boards. Boy.
They called him Moses Maloney.
Oh my God.
Moses Maloney.
Wardell.
Hey, put respect on Curry's name. I don't care if he added some extra points in garbage time. I don't care if he took this many shots to score this many points. Scoring 50 points in a playoff game of Game 7. First of all, he set a record for a Game 7. Second of all, scoring even 30-plus in a playoff series to certify yourself, that's a pretty damn good job, and he blew it out the water, so...
Yeah, and I don't care about y'all seen because he was cooking.
Yeah, he was. I don't give a fuck about all that.
Those floaters were ridiculous.
The floaters getting to the lane, little scoops. I was like, "Hey, go off."
He'll be whining. Have y'all seen 5 players ever better than Curry? I'm just gonna ask y'all real quick.
With my own eyes, no.
Yeah, like what scene?
Yeah. it's very hard for people to still put certain people ahead.
Like, we all like right now. Everybody's like,
yeah.
My favorite thing with Curry is like, I put a tweet out about this. It's really fun with his career because he's like the perfect range where I've got to see the majority of a top player of all time's career. Like when I was getting into basketball more, LeBron was midway through his career. Like when I could actually understand the game more and stuff. So like being able to see Curry's whole career is wild.
When you put it like that, we don't really sit back and think about it. Like we really have seen stuff since Davison just going crazy.
Or imagine if LeBron didn't even exist. Like,
don't say that. Don't say that. Why would you say that?
Now, hey, no, it's nuts. That's crazy y'all say it because like neither one of y'all saw LeBron's whole career.
I mean, I did, but just like
he came in the league when I was 3 years old.
Yeah, talk about appreciated. Like, I didn't run a solid offense till 04, 05.
And when I started understanding basketball, I was on team. Man, fuck the Miami Heat, man.
Yo, yeah, I forget it. But look, that's crazy. That's kind of nuts y'all say that because I remember being at a Bulls game and LeBron high school game was on, and where we were sitting is like you know, like the second level got them TVs and shit.
Yeah,
we're all like this, watching that. Not even watching the Bulls game at this point. I remember this shit. That's nuts. Like that y'all say that shit. I got to see his full career, and I got to see Curry's full career. And now, I know people gonna be arguing and shit, but this can be the potential the last time we're gonna see this. Who knows if we're gonna see this shit again?
People are amping it up, saying it's like the most important series between them and stupid stuff like that.
Because people are ready. People are ready to have a natch in there. Let me tell you, I don't care. I'm gonna tell y'all, LeBron's legacy is cemented at this point. Yeah. So if
he's just adding to it,
he's adding to it, and people say if Curry wins 5 before him, you got to have a nasty conversation. I don't really think you do.
Is it weird to say I think LeBron getting the scoring record was more important than winning a title this year?
Bro, the man broke a record that no one thought it was going to be broken, and he did it.
Yeah,
he wasn't on nobody's list to break it ever.
And when you think about in today's era, even with the high scoring in today's era, the stretch you'd have to be on and the health you would need to do that is
the longevity.
Yes, man. Like what people don't understand is the man is cemented at 1 or 2 wherever you want to put him. Like there's nothing, no one who's playing right now. I don't know who's gonna can catch him at this moment, especially not. And we got Curry is an all-timer. KD's an all-timer. We don't even think them two are catching him. So we don't think nobody for sure behind him is catching him. So it's like leave it alone. Because guess what? Curry, if not, for me last year, Curry, it was done. Like if people started saying Curry is the best point guard after last season, like that shit, you have no gripes from me at all. Like
I'm gonna drop the classic take with LeBron I have is just saying that's my greatest point guard of all time. Saying that's my GOAT because I can talk about it's mine. It can be. You can have something else. I don't care. But that's what it is to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And people just listen, man. People gonna get mad. Stuff are meant to be broken. People are meant to be great, and people are doing nasty shit on Twitter. Like you're downing this one to big up this one and vice versa. Like it didn't even gotta be like that.
Don't have to put 2 bad bitches up against each other.
Like you don't have to look at what people had to deal with. People went through the LeBron era and then got the Curry era, and LeBron's still here. Like you still got both their eras intertwining with each other.
And it's like, we got more balance coming in the league. Oh, they're still here.
Like these dudes are still here, bro. Still here. How many years Curry been in the league?
Came in what, 08?
I want to say around
08 draft.
Is he at 14 now?
Man.
Let me tell you something. That man's been in the league 14. He been to the finals, 6 times?
He's in his 13th season.
13th season, and he's been to the finals 6 times.
He's won it 4 times.
LeBron James been in the league 20 years. How many times he been in the finals? 11?
I don't even know at this point.
Generational ass dudes, man. What these two guys have done is hard. I know people gonna get people be on it. People be on Curry's ass about, he couldn't do this or he couldn't do that. People try to downplay Bron stuff. Like, listen, man, people are still hating on LeBron James and Steph Curry at this point. I don't even know. Do you even like basketball?
The thing with Curry and me is obviously the shooting talent was there, but like he's so underappreciated as a finisher around the rim.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a lot of parts of his game underappreciated. His movement without the ball, like we all see it, but no one is good.
How's this man not tired?
I'm gonna go move without the ball like this. I'm
his conditioning like this. His conditioning is insane.
He's running in circles.
No, his conditioning is insane.
His ankles got.
One of my favorite things to watch in hoops is a shooter running off screens.
Oh, you would have loved Reggie Miller, punk ass.
You would have loved Rip Hamilton, boy.
Beautiful.
Oh my God, yeah. So basically, you know what? We pretty much like segue into this Lakers and Warriors series.
Hey, shout out to De'Aaron though. Shout out in his first playoff series.
Yeah, you did your thing, my boy.
I don't care if he had a bad last game.
Yeah, me either. No,
you give me 6 good games out of 7.
With a broken finger on his shooting hand, I give man, you did your thing, my boy. But for me, man, I've been thinking about this series since that shit happened. Like we finalized, and the Warriors have an unguardable player, Curry. I don't think nobody on the Lakers can really guard him. The Lakers have an unguardable player, potentially 2. But who do y'all think I'm saying is the most unguardable player on the Lakers?
AD
for this matchup.
Yes, it's definitely AD. Yep. Absolutely. And LeBron can potentially be that, but LeBron is that because he's LeBron, so you never know. You can tell the foot injury is bothering him, but he's in his head, he's going to fight through this shit to win a ring, at least try, and do whatever rest he got to do in the summer. But AD is the matchup. They need to put them boys. If the Lakers want to win, I think, of course, AD got to go off. That's just understandable. But for the Lakers, I think they have to put them in a ping and roll as much as possible with AD if he's cooking.
I'm just interested to see. I'm like, obviously you want to be excited because it's Lakers, Warriors, but there is so much variance between these two teams and how they play and what they could change up. That just fascinates me with this series.
And notice these might be the only 2 teams. I'm trying to think. Correct me if I'm wrong. In the playoffs, still that can play they can play big and they can play small.
I mean, technically, the Sixers were playing small today, but I wouldn't trust that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I was thinking about the Warriors playing big. I'm like,
can they play big? But I was saying, like, if you get like Looney kind of big. If I consider that beginning big, maybe not. Maybe that's still small because the Lakers. I mean. Like I think they
big enough.
Big enough. I think both teams match up with each other decently enough to where they both can find a weakness if they want to. I feel this series is really. I don't care who wins. Of course I want the Lakers to win because of Bron. This is the only reason why. Because I don't want to hear these nasty. I don't want to see or hear these nasty ass narratives for the rest of the year.
Warriors Twitter is.
I'm be honest with you. People gonna be having all type of shit to say about Bron. Twitter gonna be just nasty. I'm 100% telling the truth. That's number one reason why I need the Lakers to win this goddamn series. But it's 2 older teams, and I feel like they're gonna take their turns. I feel like at this point, if anybody win before 7, I'll be shocked. Cause they both be like this.
I want to weigh in like Golden State's experience and their top tier talent and Curry being above, and like you can easily put Curry over it the top Lakers player, whoever that's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
But like you want to do that, but then you see some of these issues with the Warriors, with their turnovers, with the pool minutes have been really scary. They keep putting them out there, and some of the rotational stuff can get tricky with Steve Kerr in general. But
the Warriors issues are they have the type of issues where you only can fix in the off season. Like it's gonna be hard to fix that shit in the middle of a series.
They need Clay to do his thing too.
Yeah, they need Clay to do his thing. And I think it was crazy. We was talking about the Kings Warriors and their turnovers in the group chat. It's like both teams turning the ball over a lot helped each other. At some point,
it was going back and forth for a minute.
Like,
where
if one of those teams did not turn the ball over like that all the time, it probably wouldn't even went 7. It was like each team would get a lead, and then they just have dumb turnover after dumb turnover, and each team would score like 9 straight, and now they back in the game. So it's like, and I feel like this is kind of like the same thing in this series. The Lakers have dumbass turnovers too, and the Warriors have dumbass turnovers.
You got D'Lo. He could fuck it up for you.
Dennis Schroeder definitely can do it.
Fuck it up for you.
Yeah, and I think those guys are going to play a lot more minutes in this series than other series. I think as much as Vanderbilt's your big defender, I think we see more Dennis and D'Lo minutes this series.
Yeah. The one thing that will offset is that having Draymond's like they're going to guard each other. Because what happened? Draymond can't make a 3 for to save his life no more. Like he used to be able to make a couple threes a game. Like Draymond get the ball now at the top of the key is like let him shoot. Turn around and box out.
He knocked down like a couple in the corner, but
like what happened to him?
He had one like goofy bounce.
Like what happened to him with his?
That one in the
corner.
I don't understand what happened with Draymond with that, but maybe you could do that with Van D and Draymond. But it's gonna be fun to see. Of course, head coaching wise, the Warriors got the advantage all day long.
I think.
But now, if you do head coach Kerr or head coach LeBron, maybe they can match up. But head coach Kerr and head coach Ham, no, that's not. That's not.
One thing I look at a ton with the Lakers for this series is we saw the Kings. The Kings, I think, were, I want to say, last in the playoffs in 3-point percentage in that first round. Couldn't get anything to go. These Lakers got to find some success behind the arc. Especially if AD is going to have an off game. The Lakers were 13th in the playoffs in the first round in 3 points made.
Yeah, that's not good.
They were middle of the pack in percentage, but the volume scares me.
Yeah, because
if Malik Beasley, my X factor. If he scores 8 points a game in this series, they'll win.
Malik Beasley is going to have a game this series.
He's going to have to.
He's going to have one. I don't know when the fuck it's going to happen, but it's going to happen.
Speaking of 3-point shooting, one of my biggest gripes with LeBron at this point in his career is he loves that 3 ball.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he does.
Some of his shots with the 3, man.
He's real confident in it.
And you know what's crazy? Not hot. You know what's crazy? Like, I feel like, of course, people don't talk about that shit enough because I feel like he be like picking and choosing when he gonna get egregious with these. So it's like it's not killing him, but it's still like he shouldn't be shooting that shit. But it's like he don't do that shit in like crunch times. But he still, it's like, bro, that is not your shit.
That's
like,
for sure. It's always throughout the game, but never towards the end.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where like he'll just pull one to try to stop a team's run, and it's like, that's not the shot.
It's like you said, John, like you see what I'm saying? Like he'll never do that shit. Like you don't see the egregious threes in the fourth. Like that shit started slowing down in the middle of the third, depending on what's going on. So people don't really talk about that shit. But yeah, this is not the game to get happy with that. This is a series. This is not that. And I think he knows that. I think he knows this is a series.
Put the head down, go to the rim.
Yeah, this is not your series. You knew you could do that against Memphis because they could not shoot like that either. So it's like
that's another thing. Going up against Memphis, going to the hoop, like it should be more of a cakewalk with, Triple J's not down there.
Oh yeah.
Looney's not sending your shit back. Like go get fouled, get them in foul trouble. Make it easy on yourself.
I think it's gonna be a great series. I mean, I'm hoping it's gonna be a great series. I know it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be some shit talking. We've been down this road. What number series is this? Number 5? Number 3? No, 4? It's the fifth series. They played 4 times in the finals. This is yeah. Damn. Nuts.
As trusting as I am in the Lakers defense, I want to see how they like combat the Warriors movement. Because Memphis' half-court offense was a concern all season, and we saw that even more with an injured Ja and Bane not fully on his game.
You're absolutely right about that. That shit was atrocious. Like, that's not even. I don't know what they're doing.
The chess match should be fun.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna have to throw some people like Curry, just switch it up, try to tire him out.
It's gonna be interesting because it's like
the
Lakers. Like, this is not Ja and Dylan Brooks, and then on the flip side, Warriors. This is not Fox and Sabonis. So it's like, I think both teams know this shit too. Like, yeah, we know he old over there, and they like, we know he old over there, but we know they finna check ball. Like, there's no KD involved. No one is truly really hurt. Like, people got knick-knack injuries. You know what I'm saying? No one's really talking. We know that. It's really like, it's time to hoop. We're gonna have a good series.
Right. Question.
Maybe I got an answer.
All right. LeBron goes up for a layup. Draymond fouls him. They both land on the ground. What happens?
Draymond,
is anybody helping each other up?
Nothing. Remember at the end of the game 7? He fouled the shit out of LeBron.
As much as I'm like, Draymond's the kind of guy to pick a fight with his friend on the court.
Exactly.
He's not going to do that.
Draymond's the same guy that tried to get out of Warriors duties to go watch LeBron beat the record. He's shameless for his love for LeBron.
Oh yeah,
it's super bromance, but it feels one-sided. What do you call it?
It's hilarious. I've never heard LeBron say like a single word against him outside of like a playoff series against each other.
Yeah, but he definitely makes it be known that they're friends. He does make it known.
Is Draymond's podcast on LeBron's network?
No, it's on Cowherd's network.
I was about to say.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, it's on a volume. Yeah, he always got him at the beginning. That's how I know, because I listened to it. But that's a good question. No, he's not gonna help him up. They're not gonna help each other up. They're not gonna do
Twitter's
that.
just gonna be insane though. Like late night game, standalone. I hate that it's both California teams. My sleep schedule is already demolished from the Wolves series. My sleep schedule is already demolished.
Your sleep schedule is just bonkers. It's just,
and then you have a crazy game, and you're like, "How do I go to sleep now?"
Yeah. But that game 6 with the Lakers and the Grizzlies, I watched 30 seconds of it.
I was exhausted that night, and I couldn't have been happier.
Yeah, woke up to them busting their ass. If I would stayed up for that shit,
I actually watched it.
You was happy.
Zola sending texts, and I'm sitting there.
I'm out cold.
Like, my phone down.
But I'm gonna ask y'all, who y'all got winning game 1?
I'm gonna go Warriors game 1.
It's hard to stray away from the home court Warriors, man. I think if there's any team that's gonna assert their play early, it's the Warriors.
I expect Klay to come out way better than, game 7.
Yeah, he played bad. But that's how his trend's been. He played good and bad. So that's just been his trend. But so who y'all got winning the series? I know y'all talking about it. Y'all had enough time to think about this.
I got Warriors in 7.
Okay.
I'm still thinking about it, bro. I can't even lie. Yeah, it's been tough. I'm really like 50-50.
So
just for
any series that LeBron's in, for any series that he's in, it's always Bron in 6. Bron in 6.
But that's what I had at first too.
Bron in
6. But then I was like, man, it's fucking Curry.
Bron in 6.
You said it yourself. It's Wardell.
It is Wardell, and I love Wardell. I respect that man so much. He did a lot for this game that we love. But Bron in 6.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll Lakers in 6. I'm gonna keep my word.
Bron in 6. will this come bite me in my ass? It could, because that motherfucker over there.
But the worst part about having a podcast is the receipts.
Yes, that's the worst thing. But listen, I'm having fun with it. Bron in 6. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because I don't think nobody would even be like, at this point, this series to me is a toss-up. I think if you say Lakers in 7, I'm not gonna be mad. You say Warriors in 7, I'm not gonna be mad. It's a toss-up. Yeah. Like, people on Twitter last night made it seem like, and the screenshots of them people from ESPN made it seem like the Warriors is just gonna. Somebody said Warriors in 5. If that happens, I'll be so shocked. I promise you, I'll be super shocked that shit happened. But I just feel like Twitter. I think just like the whole LeBron thing, like it's just, Wardell versus LeBron, and people just love Curry so much. Not saying people don't love LeBron, but it's like this motherfucker he been around 20 years. People just tired of him. Like, it's just why are you still here playing basketball and not being bad? Like, he's still here. You can't even say this motherfucker's terrible. Like, he's still doing like legendary shit. So it's like, but the narrative last night, Twitter was just nasty last night, just saying like the Warriors is gonna blow these boys out. I don't think so. I say Bron in 6, but this shit's probably going 7.
I very much lean Warriors, but if you can get that AD you want and you have LeBron on the other team, it can get spicy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
True. It's kind of like
excited to sit back and
I think
enjoy.
if AD wasn't such a seesaw, people will really be heavy on the Lakers. If he was just
that's really the question. Yeah,
if he was dominant every game, there would be no question. This series, people would really be high on the Lakers. I guarantee it. Yeah, but when he's just like this, you can't be just 100% down on the Lakers like that. I'm gonna be like, yeah, on Lakers of Bron, but I know this is 38-year-old Bron. If this was Bron even like 2020, I'd be like, bro, I'm very confident they're gonna win this series. But now we just don't know. He can't do that shit every game like that no more. Like, Bron could dominate a series by playing point and just orchestrating. He don't have the gas to do that shit no more. You see why he be off ball so much. That's why Reeves get the ball and do what he want to do, because he can't do that. So it's like, bro,
the Lakers sample size is weird too.
Yeah, like, we don't know what they're gonna do when these Warriors go on that stupid ass run. We don't know. We know what Bron and AD are capable of. Yeah, we know what those two are capable of in hard times, but we don't know who the fuck else on the Lakers has been in playoff situations. The hell, nobody, right? I can't even think about it.
I'm trying to like go through it. Yeah,
Darvin Ham maybe was a coach with the Bucks, right? He won a ring with the Bucks, right? Darvin Ham.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
I don't know what the fuck he was doing on the bench, because he don't sit
too, right? As a player.
Oh, was he on the Pistons in that time? Darvin Ham?
I think he was on that. I think he was on that team.
You might be right, but it was like the Warriors. Like, Nick Ray had a nasty tweet last night. He basically was saying like, he's basically trying to like, you don't have
a nasty tweet. Period.
You don't have to big up Curry even more on a 50-point game. He basically was like trying to shit on the Warriors team, bro. He just won a championship with this same squad less than 12 months ago. What are you talking about? It's not like it's a shitty ass team. This whole team got more experience than the Lakers. They just won last year. In fact, they let somebody go and brought one back. Like, the whole team is still there. So it's like, that's the scary part for the Lakers. These young dudes got experience last year. That's the one thing. So LeBron got to coach them up. Curry got to coach them too, but they still have some in the field experience. Ain't no just watching film. Like, they've been through this shit, like all those different things. So it's gonna be fun to watch day to day, night to night. Seeing what people are gonna be saying on their podcast, on Twitter, these ridiculous sports shows. It's gonna be some nasty takes after every game.
Hey, not everyone needs to make hot takes.
No,
not everyone deserves a platform, yo.
No, they don't. Like,
it's real simple.
Stop telling these guys to say hot takes, because it's getting out of
control.
If you don't know
much, you don't have to get out of pocket.
No, you don't.
Enjoy the game.
Jonah has to be talking about college stats. I'll be over here. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Shit.
It's just going. I just want people to enjoy it. We know people aren't going to enjoy it. It's like enjoy this shit. This shit gonna. LeBron will probably do something magical. Curry gonna do something magical. We're gonna see it. Clay probably will. AD. All four of them gonna do something magical in this series.
It's trading who has a good game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna see who's gonna win 2 games in a row first. That's who's gonna win because they've been every day. It's like we'll play good, then they play bad. They play good, then they play bad. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't want to keep talking about it. It's the Lakers and then it's Curry and there's LeBron and the War. We could talk about them for the whole podcast, but we're not. We're gonna slide. We're gonna slide right into the game 1 of the Knicks and the Heat. But before we start with that, who's y'all picking this series?
I had
Knicks in 6 from the jump.
Knicks in 6.
Yeah, I had Knicks in 6.
That's where I was sitting at too.
And nothing against the Heat. I love Coach Spo. He's a phenomenal coach. I don't know why people don't be like really on his head like that. Like I don't know what else he needs to do. I don't know what else. But he'll coach
to win without LeBron and D Wade.
But he been to the finals and then faced the motherfucker he won with. So
hey, I'm just saying what people are saying. I'm with you. I'm
but I'm
Coach
but you know how unlucky you gotta be. You won championships with this man. You get back to the finals and you gotta face this.
Yeah.
Hey, if you got job security as an NBA head coach, you're doing something right.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. And Pat Riley love this dude. He know what it is. But what did y'all think of game 1? I listened to it. I wasn't able to watch it. I listened to it, so I didn't even get a chance to even just really rewatch it today. But what y'all think? What y'all see?
It was a tale of two halves. The Knicks looked really dominant to begin. It kind of trailed off towards the end, but they still were clearly the better team in that first half. But they were only up by 5 at halftime.
The Knicks, right?
Yeah. RJ did his thing in the first half and then kind of tailed off towards the end. It didn't feel like there was a big Julius hole. They've played really well without him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't want to bring up any dialogue around they're better without him, all that stupid shit. But
I hate people do that. That's dumb.
They know how to play without him. They know what to do. But Miami just played a solid game.
They played a Miami type of playoff game, didn't they?
Hey, Kyle Lowry did what he needed to do.
When I was listening to it,
Kyle Lowry did what he needed to do. Gabe Vincent was unloading the clip, but he hit some really big threes. Kevin Love had 3 straight outlet passes in 3 minutes.
Like Minnesota.
He got
Minnesota
that shit.
Fucking Kevin Love.
That dude was just
Kevin Love.
My God. He did a few times with the Cavs, but he was nothing like that with the Wolves and UCLA. He was launching them bitches the whole court.
It was
Corey Brewer out there streaking.
Bro. Yeah, that was nuts.
Corey Brewer.
I had so much high hope for the Wolves team. I just want you to know, I just wanted them to be good.
Yo, we can get into that.
The Caucasian Wolves.
Bro, what was it? Johnny Flynn, Wes Johnson.
Wes Johnson was
brutal. Oh my God, yeah.
Who was the big drug dealer dude?
Oh,
Pekovic.
Yeah.
Bro, y'all had a nice little whip in 2K.
Oh, they did. Because every time I create my player, I put myself on the Wolves. We're gonna win something.
We gonna win.
This shit gonna be hard, but we're gonna win. But I don't want to get too far. What the hell? The Knicks and the damn Heat. Y'all saying Kevin Love was doing his thing.
Yeah, but Kyle Lowry, we all know that he's not the same Lowry that they got from Toronto, but this was a nice little performance from him off the bench.
Especially for this season.
Yeah, especially for the season.
He's had a rocky year.
And stuff. Yeah. Hell of a game.
Did Spo outcoach Tibbs in the second half?
The Knicks just got sloppy down the stretch. When the Heat finally started to pull away towards the end of the game, they had some really sloppy possessions, turnovers. Just couldn't get stuff going.
Is this their first time coaching each other against each other since the Bulls Heat? Have they ever? I mean, in the
playoff series?
In the playoffs,
yeah.
In the playoffs.
Yeah.
This first one since then. Yeah, this shit gonna be fun. This shit gonna be fun. I see Jimmy he may not play, but then I saw Randall and Brunson got ankle injuries. Like they may not.
Brunson too?
Yes, bro.
I'm not reading into it too much.
I think he's gonna play, but they
I
definitely
think it was just like an injury designation.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Because I didn't see much.
I saw
noise
Knicks
around
fans
it.
talking about series over. Like, bro, he said they didn't say he was actually out.
Right?
Yeah, give it a second. It's game 1. Damn. The takes though.
The thing with Jimmy rolling his ankle was so weird because he wasn't doing anything and they kept him on the floor. Like he could barely walk. He had his free throws. We're like, okay, they're gonna sub him off, do some treatment on the sidelines. No, he stays out there, hobbles back on defense. The Knicks don't do anything regarding him. He's guarding someone in the corner, and they don't do anything with that player. They come down on the other end for offensive possession. Jimmy's sitting there pretending to shoot threes in the corner, and they're running their offense. Like, why is he on the floor? Does he have some attribute boost to his teammates? What are we doing? Like, we got some chemistry boost.
Awareness for the squad.
Oh my god, your ass is dumb.
Intimidator out there? Like, bro, what are we doing? It was obscure.
You got me weak as hell. You got me super weak with that.
Go look that up on Twitter if you have a chance.
I'm gonna definitely have to do that shit. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So, y'all? Is it like it's not panic time for the Knicks? They gotta go back to the drawing board. I do think they just need to get hit in the mouth. I think Knicks fans need to be hit in the mouth. They need to be brought down. They've been on one, and the media, Knicks media fans just need to be brought. It's okay.
Sometimes they were comfortable in that first round.
Yeah, so you gotta sometimes you gotta get hit in the mouth, and it's okay.
That was the even matchup for them, was the Cavs.
Yeah,
at least for me. This one, I think they can pull it off against Miami.
Yeah,
but Randall's got to come back and be healthy.
If no Randall, it's gonna be hard. If no Randall, that shit gonna be hard. So I don't even
like. They played well, like again. Obi Toppin stepped up.
Yeah, like it's gonna be.
And even just like I hate to weigh the experience thing in the playoffs too much, but like we saw Jimmy pretty much like carry such a large load for Miami in that first round, and I don't care if Giannis was out for some of those games. The Bucks have still shown in the regular season that they can hold up well without Giannis, and they're still a good team without Giannis. They shouldn't have many excuses there. So just that alone makes me really think about this Heat team again, regular season aside. Like,
yeah, they're dangerous, man, and they don't even have Tyler Hero.
That's the crazy part. You lose 20 points per game, and you still have.
We just knew the Bucks was done when that happened. Not Bucks. We knew the Bucks was gonna win when that shit happened. Like we didn't think.
It's all right.
Yeah, we just all knew. No one besides I don't even think Miami fans thought they was gonna win that shit when that shit happened when he broke his hand. But we didn't go back that far. But I don't think it's panic time for the Knicks. Nothing like that. I still think they can still pull this off in 6. Randall come back. Who knows? They can still win game 2 tomorrow.
They can win game 2 tomorrow.
Yeah, they can still win game 2. They can still split in Miami and still win this shit in 6.
They scare me as a team to like come back if they're down a game, but when they're up or tied, I feel really confident in this team to just stay even. Like I don't feel like they're going to vary too much.
I got you.
I know that experience that you just spoke on, but Lowry, Butler, those guys will carry you.
Yeah, they will.
And the Knicks, their bench, they lost Randall, and then they moved Toppin up, and they kind of didn't have much production from the bench.
No, they can't. And I think this is
from them.
Quickly needs to get it together too.
Yeah, he does.
Quickly, man.
I think it's gonna be a hard series for Mitchell Robinson because it's easy for him to do what he wanted to do against the Cavs when you have Mobley and Jared Allen.
It's a perfect matchup.
Perfect matchup for him. You know what I'm saying? This is not going. Bam can do all. Yeah, this is not.
Yeah, Randall should be a small ball 5 right now against that matchup. And Mitchell's gonna have a tough little time. He's long, but Bam he can move. He can.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's gonna
keep an eye on Bam always.
Yeah, always. This is gonna be. That's one difficult thing I see Mitchell Robinson for them. I can see Tibbs want to use Mitchell Robinson like Joakim Noah. I can see what he's trying to do, but the game has changed so much since Noah and the Bulls was really doing it. Like, you can't do that.
And he's not, no offense to Mitchell Robinson, but he's not Noah. Like, like he
look
does
at my
his
boy.
thing.
Yeah, look, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't want to joke him. I was mad as fuck when the Bulls drafted him, but I love that motherfucker now. I don't know why I don't have a Joakim jersey. I got to get one.
Very underappreciated player. People forget he was getting MVP votes.
Bro, let me tell you, that motherfucker,
that one year when he was getting MVP votes, he was so good.
He was running point guard, bro. Averaged like 6 assists.
Oh my God, the Bulls were so fucking fun. All I knew was a 2-guard. That's it. Let me just
fucking shout out Keith Bogans.
Keith Bogans and Ronnie Brewer.
Shout out Ronnie Brewer. Who else?
Hey, man.
And then the rest of Chicago trying to convince me that old ass Rip Hamilton was gonna beat the fucking Heat.
Yo, shout out Larry Hughes at one point. Like we were really trying to fill that fucking 2-guard.
Some names.
I just had a. Oh my God.
Yeah, but we digress. These Knicks.
Let me go back. I'm gonna stick with my Knicks picking 6. If Randall
Marquise Teaganick or a Bull.
Yeah, he was. Let's not talk about that.
We picked him instead of Draymond. Not saying Draymond was going to be what he is today, but he might have been still better than Marquise T. I can probably bet on that. Okay.
I can't even lie. I was kind of hoping for Marquise T to be like the second behind D Rose, but I remember one summer league, like after his rookie year, he had a mean little cross in the hezzy, hit a little
Your
three.
Ass fell for that.
I was like,
bullshit.
oh my God, he's up fucking next. And my boys clowned me for years, yo. They're going to clown me after this shit, too.
Your ass was wild for that shit.
Hey, own your takes, people.
You got to own them. You got to. Be like Ja. Don't be like
going to get a
Brooks.
glass of water at work.
Okay. Do you have anything else about this game, one in this Knicks and Heat series? We pretty much covered everything, I feel, unless y'all got something else.
It was just fun. I thought the Knicks looked really comfortable, and then Heat just reared back. So
I'm gonna have to check out like tomorrow when I'm like
even just watch a little highlight tape.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch like a condensed version of the game to watch game 1. Check that shit out. But
I don't think Gabe Vincent's gonna keep dropping 20,
and Lowry not gonna probably keep doing what he did.
Yeah, but you get 12, and like Strus steps up.
Yeah,
they can keep pulling out some dogs.
Yeah, they can. The Heat is scary. When you got a coach like that, you got a motherfucker like Jimmy, and you're not going against. Some people don't want to call Jalen Brunson a bona fide star. I think he's a star. I think he can, but he's still a small guy, and Spo can handle that. He know what to do. But on to these Suns and Nuggets. Game 1 is and game 2 tonight. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, they're playing right now.
64-59, 3 minutes left in the third.
Who winning? I don't have it
Phoenix
up.
Is up.
Slow offensive game.
It's super, bro.
Let me say.
You notice I haven't said too much.
Complete opposite of the game earlier today.
So do y'all think from game 1 we can talk about that fast? Is that was just like a Jamal Murray was hot, or we're gonna get this dude for the rest of the playoffs type thing?
Man, he looked tough against the Wolves. Yeah, and that was even with Nikhil doing a good job on him.
Yeah, he's been hooping.
They said that's Bubble Murray again, but he was saying like, "No, this is just me."
Yeah,
he got Murray at this point.
And he got hot with the dude with TNT.
He got hot.
He got hot, but you could tell he was like, he got trying to tell y'all. He's like, keep trying to tell y'all. Y'all want to believe in me. I'm like, oh shit, he is not playing. He's not cracking a smile. He's not grinning nothing. He is dead ass with Chuck and Shaq at this moment, and Kenny. He is hot with y'all.
Thing.
Yeah, he did. Once again, Ayton is buns, bro. Like,
always gonna be an X factor on that team.
Like,
we all saw the clip of him not no effort at all right there.
I mean, it was already funny enough because Jokic missed like 4 layups in a row.
What do you do? What do he bring? He never has a fingerprint on an important game.
Man, it's a quiet. His stats are quiet,
bro. It's never like, bro, Ayton is doing no.
It's frustrating too because like he had a media interview the other day talking about his motor. He's like, "There's nothing to worry about. They call me dominating."
Yo, dominating was who said that?
He has it tatted on his back.
Oh shit! What?
Yeah.
That's a hell That's a bold ass tattoo.
That's a bold one.
And
people said LeBron getting chosen one was a bold one. No, him getting that shit on his back, that's a bold one. That's bold.
Dominating.
It's just kind of a funny word too.
I hate.
We got quiet as fuck. Like we all got.
It's a funny little play on words.
We got quiet as hell. Like nobody has shit to say. So if you're listening, that's what happened.
I was cringing. Like,
oh my God, I can't. He is bad. You can't expect. And Barkley was. I don't agree all the time, but Barkley was really. You can't expect to have this offensive load on KD and Booker, and then expect them, but to play hard ass defense. You got to do like a some type of zone. But the problem is the Suns can't hide Booker on defense because everybody over there, the Nuggets can give you some buckets. You can't just hide Booker on defense, and that can kill them.
Yeah, because even if you put him on KCP, like he's got to stay in that corner. He can't help too much.
He can't. KCP can get you buckets. Burned. Yes, if he gets switched on.
That's the tricky thing about the Nuggets is it's hard to. I'm not saying like I think Booker is a solid defender. I don't think he's a good defender. I don't think he's a bad defender. But you want to maximize your players and put them in the best positions there. Like you said, put him on KCP, put him on a shooter. You can't sag off that. Put him on Aaron Gordon. He might get. I mean, Aaron Gordon's just a freight train going down the
basket.
Might end up on a dunk contest, like shit.
And you don't want to put Booker primarily on Jamal Murray. I don't think that's what you want to do for his play style or
even like giving the you don't want to put him on Jamal Murray just for energy wise. Like if you want to be one of your top scorers, like having him guard Jamal Murray all game when he don't do that type of shit no way, it's like that's gonna kill his offense. It's like right now, the way the Suns bench is playing, I know they're probably winning right now, but it's like you need KD and Booker to play damn near every minute because
I'm saying that first round it was heavy, 40 minutes plus for both of them.
Against
KD had 45 one game.
Without Paul George and Kawhi, bro, they had to play that many minutes. Everybody's healthy right here with Denver. And
the thing that frustrates me the most with Phoenix, Monty got to figure out this bench rotation.
Awful.
Monty, you're coach of the year last year.
Why is Campaign not playing?
He's playing right now.
He is? Okay,
he is today, but they rolled with Okogie in the starting lineup last game. He only played 20 minutes, but it clearly was not worth keeping him on the floor for offensive reasons if he wasn't going to lock down Jamal Murray.
Mm-hmm.
You have to put Torrey Craig back in there.
Your value is depleted at this point if you can't guard. If you can't if you can't do what you're here for, you might as well get on the bench.
And then he's playing Biyombo some minutes, and then he's like, "Oh, I want to play Jacques Landale some minutes. You go play."
Yo, the Damian Lee was getting in, coming off screens. Like Damian Lee, no offense, should not be. Even
he's one of their better options, though.
That's crazy, and that's crazy.
People was calling people haters for saying the Suns bench is like it is, but the Suns bench is definitely like you have to hit on your role players if you're gonna have top heavy ass shit like this. If you don't hit on your role players, it's gonna be fucking hard. And
you can't hate. Every team is constructed.
And it could very much just be a this year thing.
Yeah.
Did they think they were going to trade for KD this season? Probably not. They didn't know if this owner was going to come in or whatever was going on. Like,
this was like a last minute type shit, but nobody know what the
obviously you're prepping. I like the idea of keeping your guys in house that know how to play with your team and whatnot. Like bringing Biyombo back, like guys like that. It's like, oh, it's a cheap deal. He can maybe give us something. They know what to do. Yep. But come like situations like this, man, it's something they got to look into. Obviously, they still got to figure some stuff out, and we don't know how far they're going, but it'll be interesting to see how they kind of build around this core with role players because, man.
Yeah. I don't know what the financials are going to look like going into the offseason with Phoenix, but they're gonna have to find some of those ring chasers, get those minimum vet dudes.
And I believe all of us, I didn't say it before, like I think all of us picked Suns in 6. I think no, Jonah, you picked Nuggets in 7.
Shit,
you did, like Jonah. You picked Nuggets in 7, right?
Yes, sir.
So I picked the Suns in 6, and I was not confident in it. And game 1 showed me why I was not confident in this shit. Like, it just, I know it was a blowout. It's hard to really judge blowout, but that blowout was really telling. It showed you a lot. But I'm going to stick with my Suns in 6. I think, Zoe, you did Suns in 6 as well, right?
Suns in 6, too. Yeah, it's hard to pick the team with, they got the firepower.
Yeah,
top heavy. They got the stars.
Thing. But it's going to be, the Suns win this series, they're going to feel this shit for the next round. They're going to feel. It ain't going to be like, easy series. If they win in 6, it's gonna be a hard ass 6. They win in 7, it's gonna be a hard ass 7. And then having to go up against the Lakers or the Warriors next round,
that's tired.
Yes, bro. That's gonna be hard. Because I think the Warriors and the Lakers got a better bench than the Suns right now in this moment playing. They do. So it's gonna be hard, really hard for them boys, but.
The thing I look at for an X factor with the Suns, 3-point frequency.
Oh my God!
They live in the mid range between Chris Paul, Booker, and KD. They can get to the rim a little bit better with Jokic on Denver because sometimes he just tries to take up space or he doesn't really try.
He don't play no damn defense.
It depends on the game with him. It really depends on the game with him.
There you go.
You can see flashes of it where he's a little more active. I mean. Give me more active Jokic on offense and defense. That's going to bring your team net up higher than if he gives effort on both ends, with all due respect. But Sun shot 23 threes last game, and Nuggets made 16. So,
man, they really miss Cam Johnson right now. Like,
Cam was a big loss for them. Like, of course, Bridges was, but Cam
Bridges was, but he had to go in that deal.
Yeah, he had to. But having to give up Cam, oh man, that would help them so much right now, so much.
The size, the shooting.
Yeah, I'm never going to switch up my pick after when the series starts. You can't switch your pick, so I ain't gonna switch up on it. But it's not. Woo! That's a scary.
There's a difference between
Suns and 6. That's scary.
There's a difference between the thing with shooters is obviously like Terrence Ross, Damian Lee, they're shooters, but the dynamic stuff that Cam Johnson would bring while not being a complete black hole on defense, that little step like within an archetype is just so massive. It's incredible.
Because he didn't have the ball and shit.
Yeah, if Terrence Ross could make shots and just give effort on D and just be another extra body, like he should not be on the bench right now.
No.
He should be able to step up and provide 8 to 12 minutes.
Monty is showing you already who he trusts and don't trust.
But he should be tapping into a vet like that. Like, hey,
no, absolutely. No facts. But he probably like, I've seen enough of this young man right now.
Yeah, I might be on Monty's ass right now. I don't realize it yet.
Oh, you are.
Hey, I know some fans were upset with him during the season, and I mean, it's not like this was. Yes, it's a quote unquote fresh issue because they traded for KD at the deadline, but you had a lot of games to prep for something like this.
Yeah,
and even with KD being out after the trade, like that's when you should start experimenting and seeing what works.
No, you should have
putting some guys in different positions.
No facts. No, it's just they not. Damn, am I on Monty's ass?
There were some situations where the staggers were weird too.
Damn, you got me thinking now. I'm gonna see how this series ends. That's what I'm gonna do. How this series ends is gonna let me know everything about Monty I need to know. Yeah. Any questions I have, this series is gonna let me know. Because last series, they that was a hard ass. What they won in 6, right? It was a hard ass 6 that they had, or was it 5?
6.
Was it 5?
Seemed like so long ago.
It was
I gave up on the series when Kawhi was out.
It was a hard ass 5 or 6 they had to go through. But I know we all gonna stick with our picks. It's gonna be interesting to see. We know shit can change day by day. Injuries can happen. Shit can start clicking. So we're gonna see how this shit gonna go.
Hey, update. End of the third, 73-70 Phoenix.
Okay.
I'm interested to see watch KD the rest of the series because there's a meme with him being efficiency man and gets his efficiency on 16 shots and he doesn't do anything more. I want him to unload the clip a little bit more because late game, last game, Booker was getting all of the touches.
I've been telling y'all that KD got to shoot more. I know he efficient as fuck, but he got to like that shit. I started noticing that shit against the Clippers. He has to shoot. Listen, if you that efficient, I need you to shoot more.
And that's the best gravitational pull away from the ball possible for Devin Booker. Yes, but you got to use him a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I was thinking about was when KD was on Golden State and like Steph was getting, more attention. So KD was getting those looks. And it's like, are we back to that where Book is really the number one option and KD's just getting the shots?
Man,
that's what it's looked like so far.
That's what
KD,
exactly. That's what
should KD get more shots? Should KD shoot the ball more? Should he be number one option? Because
I don't think he should be number one option, but I think he should get more shots.
He should get more shots.
Okay.
He had some really nice help defense in game one, though. Shout out to that.
Oh, yeah, his defense is definitely improved over the years.
He's too damn long to not be getting deflections.
He definitely got better.
Some effort and straight.
Yeah, going off Golden State, so he helped him a lot with his defense. Well, since we recapped all that, man, I do got something. This is what I want to ask y'all. Since we recapped everything from the East, who has the best chance right now to go to the finals?
Before tonight, I was riding with the Celtics. After tonight, I'm still riding with the Celtics.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same thing. They scary as fuck. They might be fraudulent.
They might be.
But the team that's but the teams that's in front of them, I think they still can make it to the finals being fraudulent. Because the other teams just don't. I mean, they can win, but I feel like the Celtics, it's just hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. They're fraudulent, but it's like, am I really going to pick against the Celtics going to the finals at this point? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I going to pick against the last four left? Come on.
Yeah.
No. I know, Jonah, you still going with the Celtics, ain't you?
I mean, even after that first series and we saw some uncertainty, I still had them even number two behind the Bucks coming into the playoffs. I think that's a lot of us were sitting at.
Mm-hmm.
And Philly's just a tough breakdown right now. They did their thing in round one, but we kind of assumed that, and it was just a mismatch with Embiid against the Nets, and we didn't expect the Nets to make much noise. Shout out to them for taking care of business, but for me to turn on them, it's going to have to take Embiid. I mean, obviously Embiid's health, that's going to be the X factor here, but just seeing what we get from Harden the rest of the series and how those core players around them get it going versus it's just that slight tier above you got to have.
Like tonight could have been just like that. They would just call lightning in a bottle. Who knows? I'm still going with the Celtics as well. Who you got after them?
Doesn't matter.
No.
Because to me, after them, I don't think anybody's beating anybody in the West.
Hell no.
So
I don't think so either.
That's why I'm picking, like, no offense, Knicks fans, Heat fans. It was hard to pick a winner because I just really don't think either of y'all are going to beat Boston after that.
But this is what Knicks fans is going to tell you.
Yeah.
Boston played them great in the regular season. I mean, the Knicks played them great in the regular season, which they did. I think they won the season series 3-1. I think they did. But as a Bulls fan, I know that don't mean a fucking thing because the Bulls will beat the shit out of the Heat in the regular season, and then the playoffs get hit.
Catch y'all on a good day.
We fuck around, and then we get swept. Gentlemen swept every time against the Heat, but we'll bust their ass in the regular season. That could definitely be the same thing with the Knicks and the Celtics, but who knows? But I just don't think. Even though I think Boston might be fraudulent right now, I still don't think none of these teams is going to beat them in the series.
Then the East is fraudulent then. Shit.
The funny thing about it is we came into the playoffs thinking the top 3 tier teams in the East were clear way over the West's possibilities.
We did.
Look where we are.
Yo, we was definitely thinking, bro, you was not saying the damn Nuggets and the Kings and the Grizzlies was better than the top three.
Oh, just the 3-3.
Yeah, you was.
I'm just saying top teams in general.
Yeah, top teams. We wasn't. We were, look at the East.
My mind, I don't.
But even if you throw the teams that are left right now against what we thought of the Bucks, Celtics, and Sixers coming into it, I think you still put the East above them.
Yeah. Actually,
yeah.
I might have missed that. Maybe
you probably did.
But you're right. But you guys are right.
Now we can go to the West. Okay, who got the best chance in the West right now?
Shit.
They're all in their kind of.
I was about to say you could do a toss up with these four.
Yes, every team you can nitpick a little thing about that brings them a little bit down from being above another team.
There's no perfect team. There's no perfect team. There's no like clear cut. This team is going to win.
Plus, with the injury situation we're having this postseason,
you don't know who the fuck gonna get hurt,
man.
Every time somebody
Chris Paul
touched the
Chris Paul
damn
left
court,
this one.
He got hurt.
Yeah, he left this one a little bit ago.
Oh my god! Well, that's nothing new.
I haven't seen anything.
I didn't see a designation. I just saw him walk off earlier.
Yeah,
but
it's campaign time.
This is just fun talk here. Like I don't know. I think it's really just a toss that shit up in the air. The Lakers can go to the finals. The Warriors can. The Nuggets, and there's no team right now. I think you'd be like, this is the definite team from the West going to the finals. I don't think
one of those series. It's one of those playoffs where you just sit back and react after the games, and you shut up before the games.
Yep, like he's gonna
don't make a fool of yourself.
You're gonna have your fun. You're gonna say your stuff. Have your fun, but not being like loud and wrong.
Chris Paul's out for the rest of the game with groin tightness.
Oh, it's a wrap. He might not even make it to the next game. You know he's
good.
He know he good for those. He know he good for. He's
always
good for those.
It's
muscle pull.
Something.
He's good for that shit.
Groin, it's something, man.
Hey, I wanted to talk about something because I needed to see your face when I talk about this because we talk about this shit in a group chat. I want y'all to know Zoe is not here for the fucking NBA contracts that's going on in the NBA and where they're going. He is not here for it.
Yo, I don't know if it's like I'm just cheap. I might just be cheap when it comes to spending my mills if I'm a GM, but some of these contracts are just fucking wild, yo.
You gotta pay your guys sometimes.
We were talking this Harden extension, this mini Supermax. What was it, like 2 years, 100 mil basically, with a 3rd-year player option? Who in their right fucking mind is gonna give James Harden at this point in time basically $50 million a year? Because it ain't me.
Hey, 31 other teams out there. Look at baseball. It reminds me of baseball a lot with how players are taking shorter deals.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at the Manny Machado deal. I'm gonna go off the rails here and talk some baseball.
Go ahead.
Look at the Correa deal. He took that little deal so he could get his bag later. Look at Machado. He took his little mini deal with some opt-outs, and he got his massive deal. So maybe that's what Harden's looking to do. He's trying to optimize his career. I mean, he already made more millions of dollars than I'm ever gonna make, but he's straight. But
yeah, he'll be straight. But as far as the money for the production, I'm cool with you helped me out on this contract before. I'm gonna get you for a little bit.
Hey, he took a pay cut down to 25
36. Yeah, 25 mil. What the fuck? What? He's 36, 35, something like that. You want to give him 50 mil a year? I just don't see it.
You're not feeling that? No, I feel the contract.
James Harden will be 34.
34
this August.
Okay. All right, maybe a couple more years, but still. 50?
50 is a lot, 50, but 50, that's what a salary cap. That's what a salary cap.
I'm sorry, his pay cut was $33 million.
Look. This is what I always remind people with. When you think about the contracts and people getting paid, think about Derrick Rose with his max contract, bro. He was making $20 million a year, bro. That's a role player.
We talked about it a couple weeks ago. Look at Curry's little $10 million deal he was running on.
Right.
Can we talk about Maxey possibly getting, what was it, 190 mil?
A lot.
He's not Ja. He's good. He's not Ja.
But okay, we're talking contracts. Is Jordan Poole contract, like Jonah said, looking real nasty right now?
It's one of those tricky situations where you have talent on your team and you want to keep it in-house, and sometimes you just have to pay the price and work with it.
Did he get paid more money because of the punch?
Nah.
Nah. Hey, I'm just stirring a pot. I'm just being real nasty right now.
Yo, we pod now.
we pod now. The punch got him that extra bread.
For real. I was just talking about Poole, and like we seen his production in the playoffs dip off a little bit. It might just be time for a change. I was saying the Nets got a lot of pieces that can be role players. They might find some deal with a couple of these guys to help out the Warriors going forward.
Or even like a young team.
You think they'll trade Jordan Poole?
I mean,
if push comes to shove.
Exactly.
It's. I mean, look at the window they're in right now. It's tricky. Exactly. They have big decisions to make with Draymond.
Because these young guys still ain't. They starting a little bit, but they're still not. They still won last year, but still.
It was overhyped, and there's too much pressure on those guys from the first
absolutely.
place.
Yeah, facts.
Absolutely. But
Kuminga definitely needed more time. We knew that. Moody,
I like Moody making a little bit of impact this series.
Yeah, the shooting. Yeah, the shooting's helping.
Damn, you think they would trade him? I'm thinking about that contract. What did he get again? 190? 200? What did he get?
Nah, it was 160.
Was it? I thought he got 190. 170?
4 over 130.
Oh, 130. Shit. That still was
bad.
Hey, when they start dropping these contract extension details, articles, tweets, we have to start putting a percentage next to it for context. Because when you look at this price point compared to like what we are accustomed to with players getting a certain price point, it gets tricky to kind of vary that, that's the same amount of money.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why the fuck I thought he signed a 190. Why the fuck I think that?
Hey, Twitter will have you thinking
get
that way.
190?
Yeah, Poole's making 30, like 30 a year.
Right.
I don't never want to say if somebody's worth
what? Dinwiddie and a 3-and-D guy.
Dinwiddie, and look, 3-and-D.
Bro,
3-and-D is such a mythical player.
Though. It's not mythical.
It is.
All right, give me an athletic wing.
What I'm saying is this.
Good hunting for wings on the market.
If you get a couple haps of you steal the ball a couple of times, you make a couple of threes, now your guy's a 3-and-D.
Hey, man.
It's the ability to shoot the ball.
Go ask a team what they want for their wing player, and you'll be like, I don't want that player anymore.
Nah.
No.
Hey, you can never get enough.
Come on, man.
Damn, that price is crazy.
The price is nuts, bro. Now, I felt you what you were talking about with the contract. Like, contracts are just insane.
It's hard to, like, vary it.
Like it's just
I'm going to start coming up with a list of, like, the worst contracts in the league.
Oh, I can start naming them.
Oh, yeah. It's
Duncan
a lot of
before the playoff was on there.
Who?
Duncan Robinson was on there before the playoff.
Fuck it. He still is on that list.
Bruh,
he got in because people got hurt.
Who else?
He's
Davis Bertans getting paid to chill.
It's not as bad as like the Mozgov Biyombo era.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Biyombo for getting generational wealth from one good playoff series.
Yes.
No, that Mozgov, like
Bron
got a big ass 4-year deal back then too.
That one just made no sense. At least Biyombo did good with the Raptors.
Yeah, I don't understand none of that shit. Like,
what was Mozgov doing?
He was just NBA teams just been throwing around money the last few years. Like they just been throwing money out left and right. People just getting paid.
That's what it is. The numbers going up, so everybody's getting some.
And you got hit the right time. You got there at the right time. So it's just funny stuff. I've been seeing that. What else? I've been seeing some funny ass trade machine shit on Twitter. Ever since I've been seeing a bunch of with Jalen Green. Was it?
That noise was interesting.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of that. I saw somebody say the Knicks and the Blazers.
I don't understand, even as Houston right now, why you give up on him so early. Like, I'm not trying to trade him.
What are you buying in for? To be a playing team?
Yeah, I don't get
and losing out some young talent. I'm not a big Jalen Green guy, but that's not worth it.
No, yeah. What
and
you
I
gonna
gotta
get?
see Zach LaVine trades for Jalen Green. Like I need that in my life.
I saw that somebody was like DeMar and somebody else for Jalen Green. I said, huh? If Houston do that shit, they'll riot. Them fans will riot.
And there's a reason we play video games.
Hey, 2K, great game, but it's messed up some people's brains.
Hey, turn the sliders all the way up before you start talking mess.
It's messed up some brains.
Shit.
Oh my god.
That's why I don't dabble in mock trades anymore, because I'll analyze it after the trade.
Yeah.
Nah, man, you got to make the money work.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun to fuck around with and send in the group chat, but I'm not putting that out for everyone.
My God, so much shit happened on Twitter. Like I kept seeing that shit on Twitter, so I don't. It was just funny. But basketball playoff season and now all the shit, all the series that's going on is just great fucking content. That's
hey,
all I got
when
to say.
Everyone's watching the same game on the timeline at the same time, live tweeting. It's a beautiful
amazing.
thing.
It's amazing.
It's a nice place to be.
It is, because let me tell you, when is Lakers Warriors game 1? Was that Wednesday?
Tomorrow.
It's gonna be chaos, boy.
Is it tomorrow, right?
It's gonna be tomorrow?
I think so.
I thought it was gonna be Wednesday. Damn, tomorrow gonna be nuts on Twitter.
Yeah, tomorrow, 9:00 Central Time.
So, we got Knicks and Heat and Lakers Warriors tomorrow. Nah.
It's a good Tuesday.
Woo! Y'all better
I've been watching it on my phone on the way home from the Twins White Sox.
Oh, you going to that? You going to that game tomorrow?
Yes, sir. Got my $15 seat behind home plate. Shout out to the White Sox.
Yeah, go ahead, bust their ass, the poverty ass franchise. I'll be on Twitter trolling.
I'm gonna be moving up my seat.
Yo, anytime I see somebody tweet anything about the White Sox, I just put poverty franchise. There's nothing else to talk about.
I've noticed a trend.
Yes, anytime, any fucking time. I don't give a damn who you are. I tweet that shit at you. Or just people just so outdone. Poverty's franchise, man. Been trying to tell y'all.
It's that Reinsdorf effect.
Period.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pretty much. He got to sell both of these teams. But, man, what else? Y'all got anything else to say or talk about before we get up out of here? We got here down quick. It's on an hour and a half.
It's nice to simplify our series down a little bit. We can get a little more immersed in the series.
Yes. I like that.
Dive in.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Concentrate.
Did y'all like what y'all favorite team did in the draft? What the Packers do? I saw they picked a quarterback.
They got all team needs, so I'm optimistic.
That's what's up. I'm cool with what the
I watched some YouTube videos. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see how they do.
Yes, you gotta do it.
Just did their thing in the draft.
No, I'm satisfied with that.
Fuck the Eagles because they got better.
Fucking Philadelphia Bulldogs.
Yeah, I don't know how they got Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. A lot of people were trying to say Jalen Carter going to be like Albert Haynesworth. I hope not, but because Albert Haynesworth was such a waste because he was so good, but he just never did his thing. But
it's tough with those players.
Hey, do y'all is the NFL draft like a must watch for y'all?
It's background.
Because so many people are talking about like, I live for the draft day. I watch both days. You're psycho when you're watching the second day.
You watched.
I watched the first 2 days, but the second day was on the laptop screen while I'm playing video games.
Yeah,
so I'm like, we're picking in a couple picks. Hey, let's see what's going on.
Exactly.
I got you. Like,
all right, we got this guy. All right, let me figure out who he is.
I do not be that locked in on NFL draft. Like, it be so long and shit, and it's never. Is there for me? I feel like the NFL draft never has any like shocking news.
Like, we know about it. We already know about most of the stuff.
You rarely you really be like, oh my god, like we rarely get that.
You get like the positions that aren't flashy.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna draft a tackle and like, I don't care about a tackle.
There's such a differentiation between teams' boards and stuff where it gets tricky. It's like this team might be valuing this more because they need it. Where in like basketball, it's so much more minimalized.
Yo, Saturday night.
Yeah,
I saw it was like I forgot what round it was, and the Washington Commanders picked a guard. I don't know what state it was, what team, and they put the camera on some Commander fans who were just like, there's no way they knew who this player was.
They don't know.
They were screaming, but they said it was just drunk, and then the camera was on, and they had no idea who this fucking guard was in the 4th or 5th round of the playoffs, and this shit's being televised.
I don't care if it's the first round. I'm not sitting a mile away for 4 hours for a damn draft.
It looked like a good time if you were into that, but I'm cool on the couch.
Like I like football, but it's just like the draft is like, I don't have to like, I'm not gonna mark. I'm like, hey y'all, we going to the bar to watch this shit?
Hell nah.
It's never like that for me.
You spend way too much money keeping your damn table for 4 hours.
Yeah. So, God, man, it's been a good show, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. Y'all got anything else for the people? Nope. That's a no.
Nah, I do want to tap into the non-playoff teams during the playoffs still.
WNBA is right around the corner. We got preseason coming up.
We do. Who's on your shirt? Who was that?
Kalia Copper, my boy.
That's what I thought that was. Number 2?
Yep.
Okay.
Oops.
Yeah, we gonna start. We'll start talking about these teams. I know Zoe just lives for that, talking about teams who's not playing.
Saying, there's other fans besides the playoff fans. Like, we gotta reach these viewers.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll start doing
talk about the Orlando Magic. It's not just me. Nah, I don't know who wants to talk about the Orlando Magic. I'm just down to talk about it.
Yo, I'm like, what is he talking about right now? Like, no way he is believing this shit.
We're getting into our niche topics next season.
Hey, if you notice, the Bulls are also a non-playoff team.
Yeah, we're not talking about them, man. Fucking Bulls, man. Don't let me get depressed. I don't want to.
All right.
All right, but we gonna drop this. Are we gonna drop this tomorrow? I think we're gonna drop this tomorrow, man. I think we're gonna drop this this tomorrow.
Recording.
Smooth recording tonight. It was smooth. It was fun like always. Follow us everywhere. Like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a review, 5 stars on Apple, on Spotify, on Google. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at Uncommon Commentator Podcast. Till next week, peace.